Okay, and the format, like what I use to train the AI is kind of cryptic and unreadable. It's just a single line that has the input question and the output answer. Um, but we're going to that's not very easy to read because we're going to have like actual source, and having it all in one line is not very easy to read. Um, so I've kind of created a kind of expanded format where basically that we're going to see in the repo that under data, under task, under your organization, you're going to have each of your separate contributions have some unique ID, and then this is all going to become one line of JSON. But to make it simple, let's split out the RPG file, the input RPG file, say if you're doing an explanation, and the output maybe text, and maybe their input RPG in the input.txt is going to be the question you're asking. Please explain how this code uses indicators or drives a display file or something. And then in context, you're going to be this RPG probably refers to. So the naming convention is kind of your RPG file, and then I have a prefix to say this is the input. So I have I1 and then I2 if there's multiple, which I'm not sure when there would be multiple, but there may be multiple context files. So this is what the C's are. C1 is the first one, C2. And don't worry, stress too much, because I'm going to show you an even easier way where you just fill in a form and we generate all this stuff. So these are the DDS that maybe, or DDL that's being referenced by the program, might be needed to understand it. The output would be the explanation, or maybe it might be source. And the metadata, that's just storing how difficult you think this question is. It helps us in our grading. Again, like I said, this
I have
is
a question.
Sure, go ahead, Mary.
On the explain with the question answer thing, do you only want fully compilable code, or can you just take a blurb and do an explanation?
A blurb is okay. It might help the AI to know some context, but the way it's going to actually be used is you might select some code, right? And you might say, explain this, and then so it will have to take blurbs of maybe not having everything there and do its best job. The more information that's there, the more confident the AI can be that it knows what it's talking about, right?
Okay.
But yes, we can take.
But I was thinking like a subroutine that just kind of does some sort of manipulation, I don't know, something with string manipulation or whatever.
Exactly.
Where a whole program doesn't really add more.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So please, in fact, that'll be easier to train the AI if we get something smaller to explain. And it's a very useful case for you to say, I'm looking at the subroutine, I have no idea what it does. And the AI does better when it's got, can focus on something smaller. It doesn't do as well in seeing the big picture. That's when we're going to have to, go out and get some tooling, and IBM is going to have to do some stuff. But so it does better in just those scenarios. So please go ahead and do that. So let's go into a concrete example, because your eyes might be glazing over, but I just wanted to point out that everything is here. We kind of walk through the steps. This is how you would do it if you're editing the files, but manually editing the files. But here I even have screen caps, how to use VS Code to do this, where we've kind of made it a simple filling in a form.